Okay, to keep interest and to get through a lot of content about autism and what's in the news and what the crossover is between HIE and autism, and kind of a little bit of history of HIE and research in the US and HIE research in particular, I'm going to make this into 3 parts. So part 1 is going to be just talking about HIE and autism. And so we know that over the past 10 plus years that we have learned so much more from research about neurodevelopmental disabilities. We know that autism is a spectrum of outcomes and how it might impact someone's quality of life or change how they think and feel and interact in the world. And that just like HIE has a wide variety of causes, and then we have HIE and then it has a wide variety of impacts, autism is one of those impacts. So there have been studies done. It showed that up to 44% of a higher incidence rate in the HIE population for getting a diagnosis of autism than neurotypical children. And so when we take in motor impacts, we know that those are harder to evaluate. So kids that have more moderate to severe CP, the autism screening tools are not set up to accurately screen those kids. So they may have autism as well, which we know that we talk about behavioral and social things that can be impacted, that a lot of our moderate to severe kids also experience. It could be part of the autism spectrum and impact. And so hopefully future research and screening tools will be adaptable to that population as well. So timeline of diagnosis, we know that the research in the past 10 years, screening has improved. So kids are getting screened earlier, at-risk kids who have all the risk factors that we know from environmental and neurobiological, and I'll get into those causations in my next video, that, we know that they're more at risk for developmental differences and disabilities and delays. And so those kids are going to get screened a lot more. And then we have mechanisms through pediatrics, through community health, through public health, through early intervention, where the rest of the population may as well. So when it comes to HIE, we do have a significant connection to autism. It has changed from people saying that our kids have autistic-like traits to actually, when we look at an etiological or causation from autism, we have different buckets. Just like with HIE, we have different buckets that cause HIE. So it's kind of this hourglass effect that we talk about. I want to point out that on our website, we have a ton of resources, and we have things that I'm going to talk about in my part 2 video about the different causes of autism and the research that has been done worldwide about autism and this. And so if you go to hopeforhie.org and you search for autism, it's going to pull up all of those resources. We have links to all sorts of research, data, analyses, all sorts of information about the connection between HIE and autism.